All right. So, welcome everybody to the call. Do me a really quick favor. If you are brand new to the call, go ahead and type new in the chat, co-host. Make sure you put people in the waiting room if if you see the message inappropriately, but don't kick them out because then they can't get back on and y'all be kicking them out sometimes. And when they raise their hands and they're not, you know, the unruly. So just keep that in mind for me. Keep that in mind. But I appreciate you guys so very much, to the co-hosts who show up every day just to serve, right? They're probably on here before I am. So welcome to all the new people. Listen, I've been working and grinding since this morning. I think I went to bed at like 4 a.m. Up, back at it again. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Megan Lynch. Show my face for a second. But guess what? I'm working from home today. This is what it looks like. I don't have to be nowhere. I can be in my robe. I don't have to put no contacts in. I'm just trying to retire as many people as I possibly can. So let me turn my video off for a second. Welcome everybody to the call. Thank you for joining us. I am going to turn the chat on for a second, just so we can weed out the unruly. You guys know I got some consistent haters. Cat Williams said, if you don't have 10 haters, I'm gonna need y'all to get them by tomorrow, right? I'm putting you on a time limit to gather haters. All right, so
Recording in progress.
to the call, thank you for joining us. I am so very excited about today's call. So real quick, since we have some new folks on, I'm gonna go ahead and do the presentation really fast, do a quick training, and then I'm gonna let you guys go be with your loved ones. All right, all right. Let me see. So, welcome everybody. What I would like for you to do if you're brand spanking new, I do want you to get out of the mustard and catch up, right? Hey, newbies. I want you guys to go to joinonemoretime.com if you're brand new, okay? Go to joinonemoretime.com because you're not too late, but one day in our world is like a week, okay? Thank you, Bob. One day in our world is like a week, so I need you guys to catch up. I need you to go to joinonemoretime.com and go back to where it started, okay? If you click on unretired, this is what I told about 128 of my friends, okay? If you click on this button, it's actually a video. Uh-oh. You are gonna see me on here. Let's see. All right, so welcome everybody. I am going to mute you out just for a very brief moment. I'm not going to play the video, but I was super excited. This was December 17th. I was getting ready to go to Mexico, but God said launch now. And I'm like, Lord, I'm about to go to Mexico for 4 days and I haven't packed yet. I'm leaving tonight. He said, do it now. So I called everybody that I could in less than an hour, and there was 128 people on that call. Since then, 13,000 people have viewed this video. So if you're brand new, I want you guys to watch it. So in this 13-minute video, I tell you everything you need to know. I told my team I'm launching a new business. Don't ask me what the product is. I'll tell you when it's time. Don't ask me how much it costs. It'll cost you way more if you don't partner with me. This was when I still had my voice. And I let them know, listen, I'm doing it for the Lord. Everybody type kingdom build in the chat. I am building a network marketing company for the kingdom. I am going to build it the way that every network marketing owner should build it, which is build it for the people first. If you guys are just messaging me, click on the two and make it say everyone. So you don't just message me and you can message to everybody. Because it's nobody will see your message. So scroll down to the bottom and click on the name and then click on everyone in the meeting. Okay. 1 second. When people call me during the call, I just know that they're not plugged in, right? So I am very no nonsense. I am very unapologetic about my goals and dreams, but I also am very unapologetic about your goals and dreams. If you tell me what they are, please don't tell me your goals and dreams if you don't want me to push you. What I won't do is motivate you every day. I don't do that because that sounds like a job. What I will do is inspire you by my work ethic. I will show up consistently every day. My best friend passed away and I still showed up that day. Didn't feel like it, but I still showed up. I, I will show up and show out every single day for you, right? So watch this video, guys. 8,100 people joined before we ever told them what the name of the company was in 1 week, right? And then check out this video that says the vision. You will actually see my twin sister and I. Isn't she beautiful? She's on the left. I'm on the right. I get plugged in and stay connected. What should I be doing right now? Right. I'm like, man, I woke up that day, put some makeup on, not today. So, anyways, my twin sister and I and Andre Russell decided to launch our business. We now have 58,485 people in this business during pre-launch. It's pre-launch. So I want to ask you guys a question. What are you doing so that in the next 90 days you can do whatever you want to do, right? You can do whatever you want to do. I just made the decision. I'm a single parent. So is Reagan. I have two kids. She has four. Her youngest is 6 all the way to 29, I believe. My daughter is about to turn 18. My son is turning 23 on February 17th. And the child support I get wouldn't even pay for volleyball, right? And I'm not knocking him, right? Everybody can do what they have to do. But listen, my reality is a little different than some people. So, and I'm very transparent. Some of you guys out here, you got work to do, right? You got legacies to build. Am I right? Put a 7 in the chat. You have things to get accomplished. You don't have all the time in the world to be sitting around waiting for somebody else to give you permission to be great. If you need it, here, let me give it to you. I give you permission to be great. I give you permission to allow everything that God has for you, all the abundance to come to you. I give you permission if you need it, right? Stop waiting for people to do it for you. Your family may not do it, right? You have all these ideas and they're like, oh, here you go again with this pyramid thing. And you're like, it's not a job. That's the biggest pyramid ever. The JOB, the just over broke. And I'm not knocking your job. So listen, I used to have one. And I am not knocking a job. If you love your job, I love it for you. If it pays you what you're worth, I love it for you. The only time I don't like jobs is when we're on the plantation, almost being kind of pimped out for our gifts and dreams and our time. That's the only time I don't like a job, right? So guess what? You got to create your reality. So you guys can go right here to the presentation. Watch how we started. We started Vibe. Vibe stands for whatever you want it to mean for you. It's energy for me, right? It is energy. How many of you guys know that when somebody walks in the room, they can either bring you life or suck the life out of you? Do you guys know that? Energy is real. You can go into the job and Mary comes in and she's all bubbly and happy. And Bev called me last night and I was so sleepy. She called me probably at 3 o'clock in the morning because she knew I was up. Just to tell me how glad she is that she's in this program and how thankful she is. And that energy just like almost made me be like, I'm about to work for 2 more hours now, Bev. But I didn't. I listened to my sleep hypnosis and took my butt to bed so I could wake up and do it all over again. I am so excited. But you also know that John might come into the business. Sorry if your name is John out here. And he sucks the life right out of you. He comes in complaining, right? He's mad at breakfast. Like, you mad at bacon? What happened this morning? So I want you guys to understand, listen, I love Cat Williams for all of my Cat Williams fans. You already know I'm quoting him all the time, right? He is so funny to me. But listen, I want you guys to understand that VIBE stands for visualize your breakthrough. That's what it stands for me, not for the company, but for me. My why is to make sure that everybody can live out their hopes and dreams. I do want you guys to understand that I've been doing this for a long time, like Since I was 19, God told me I would change the world. But at 19, I didn't know what that meant. So he had to take my pain and make it real, right? I lost a student every single year. I don't know how to quit. I lost a student every year. Most of them were chasing fast money. So I don't know what you're going to do with 400,000 a month in $5 bills. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do when you teach somebody how to match out the matrix and you match their check 5 million a year. Some people don't think it's possible, right? Some people only have a minimum wage type mindset, and that's okay. I will teach you. Come into the light. I can't tell you that you're going to make a ton of money though, right? We make no promises because your work ethic might not be my work ethic, but I will tell you this, that you could do 8% of what I do and probably be at 3,000 a month like that quickly. And for some people, 3,000 a month is all they need. For some people, 500 a month is all they need. You could do that in your sleep over here. So I'm not going to tell you that you don't have to work because that would not be right. You have to work on yourself. Everybody put me in the chat. You don't have to manage teams over here. You don't have to make sure people show up on calls. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to make sure you show up. That's it. We built the matrix for the people. Some of you are getting ready to get a whole new team anyway, because the team is going to funnel into your organization and you're going to have people from 160 countries potentially to work with. If you're part of the NFL, not for long, right? We got some people who are part of the NFL, not for long. They'll be here for 2 minutes. And I probably did the math wrong on the 8%, but that's okay, right? I can add and multiply. But I do want you guys to understand that some people think they don't have any friends left. The no friends left. I hear that all the time in network marketing. Guess what? You are a grown person. Go get some new friends. Go get some new friends. Isn't that what we used to tell our kids? Johnny doesn't want to play with me on the playground. Well, go play somewhere else. Go get a new sandbox to play in. Go get on the monkey bars. Go do something, right? Other than say, I don't have any friends left. Get new friends. We're about to put you in an ecosystem. So if you're new on this call, our product is an ecosystem that is forever expanding, because every time we bring somebody new into our ecosystem, they're going to bring their gifts and talents. And then guess what we're going to do? We're going to show you how to discover how great you are. We're going to show you how to develop your greatness. And then we're going to show you how to demonstrate your greatness to the world. So I know some of you are still like, yeah, but what's the product? It's you. It's you. We're going to develop you is the product. We're going to take all your old dusty ideas off the shelf and we're going to turn them into greatness and teach you how to monetize them. We actually have 7 products over here that fit into 2 bundles. We haven't launched yet. So everybody type the word free for me, please. Type the word free, new people. And I need you to go ahead and text the person who invited you and create a free account, because you're time stamped. And if you do want to make some income with us, every single minute that you wait, somebody else is going to sign up. And those people could have potentially been in your organization. And we're going to give you a $3 bill and a $5 bill, at least through 5 levels, if you just bring you, for every person that falls into your organization. We started with 128 people. We're at 58,000. How many people are we at right now, guys? A lot. Even if only a percentage of those people decided to come aboard, we will still win. Even if 7 of you came aboard, right? Because that's the magic number. Everybody type 7 in the chat. It's a magic number. We're at 58,488. So listen, I am so very excited, guys. We are going to break 60,000 people over the weekend because we're bringing in about 1 to 2,000 people a day. Now, our products fit inside of 2 bundles, and some of them fit inside of our direct sales model. On February 17th, my son's birthday, I'm going to tell you the price point to get into our company. But right now it's free. Just get in for free, build for free. Okay. Inside the vault, We have a streaming education platform with probably about 20 plus people back there. Inside of the vault, you can learn all about income and money, right? You can learn about Forex. You can have the best Forex education on the planet. I sold it for $20,000 back in 2019, and they revamped it, and it's only gotten gooder and gooder, right? It has gotten better and better, and it's behind the vault. We have crypto education, two of them. We have market insights, where if you don't really want to necessarily spend all your time learning how to do it, but you do want the market insights, you can get those. We have sports betting education because they're going to teach it in college now. And it is the biggest thing right now in a lot of young people. I know my son will make $1,200 in a day. But I also don't want him to lose $1,200 in a day. So we added sports betting because that's the new thing now for young people. I also want you guys to understand that we have a faith-based education academy, 365 days of self, and it is phenomenal. You're going to learn about self-determination, self-help. You're going to learn about self-awareness, all of those things. We also have a leadership academy, and the gentleman who teaches the leadership academy used to work for Nike. They called him an Ekin. It's Nike spelled backwards. Then he got on TED Talks, and then he became an inspirational speaker. And he charges about 250 to 500 an hour, and you get them inside the vault, right? Through our partnerships. So we're super excited. If you guys want to join the Vibe Tribes, this is going to be phenomenal. It looks very similar to Clubhouse, where you can jump in and you can meet your tribe, right? Maybe you're a senior. Maybe you want to read books. Maybe you're a musician, and you can form your own tribe inside of the ecosystem. Now, Vibe Global, there's about $1.2 billion behind Vibe Global. I said billion, not million, right? Your girl's coming up in the world. I got a few billionaire friends now, a few millionaire friends. And what I do is I love I love to ask some questions. And how can I serve you? I don't ask them for anything. So I actually was able, through a partnership, to develop Vibe Global, and Kevin O'Leary had put $1.2 billion into a super app. And then two gentlemen who own the super app, they're going to allow us to sit inside of this app. So Vibe Global sits inside of a super app. It looks like Twitter, Instagram, but we can build anything we want in there. So I wanted to build like a Skillshare, a Udemy, a school where you can actually create content. So Michelle Weaver, you might know how to write a book, right? And you want to teach us how to do that. You can create a course back there. Maybe you charge $15, $20, but 1,000 people buy that course. So there's income to be made in here. That's why it says content and commerce. If you're not a business creator, but you might have something that people really want to learn how to do, you can do it here. BrandWorks, maybe you don't have a website. Maybe you need CRMs. Maybe you need, you know, whatever to brand your business. It's in BrandWorks back here. A lot of this will also go into our direct sales, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, none of this is free. We haven't gotten it out yet. I know someone just asked that. It's free for you to create an account. It's free for you to get time stamped. If money is an issue for you, Vibe Venture has a funding component where we do like a Shark Tank style funding. Also, if you have a little bit of money or a lot of bit of money, it doesn't matter. You got to protect your assets. So, do you have a will? Do you have a trust? Because many of you are going to make a little bit over here, but it's a lot of it to you, and you have to protect that. So, we want to make sure that when you hit legend, everybody type legend in the chat, you are protecting your income. 10 to 12 weeks, we're going to focus on maxing out the compensation plan that I'm going to talk about, right? Vibe Spotlight, do you have a business already? We can spotlight your business. Right now, we have close to 60,000 people, but a lot of people are going to be able to see your info because we plan on bringing in 1 million people. Also, we can spotlight your mission. Do you want to help the homeless? Do you want to, there's a church out here that did a little mini movie. It's called The Candy Shop. You should watch it. It's on YouTube. A church put it on. It's called The Candy Shop. It's about human trafficking. It's very eye-opening to watch that documentary or that movie they made. It's shocking, right? I really truly want to help as many people as possible, but what I want to do is I want to find people who want to help people. Put a one in the chat. Does that make sense? I can't be everywhere. Even though when I show you my tour, I'm going to darn near be everywhere for the next 6 months. I go on tour starting in February. I don't end the tour until like middle of May. So I want to find people who want to help people because then our reach is far and wide. We also have Vibe Style. Listen to this, guys. One of our members, one of our VPs, our Vibe partners, works for a company that has a 40,000 square foot marketing company. They can make anything. It is the most beautiful thing that I have ever witnessed. So we're already working. So listen, if you have any ideas for merchandise, for hats, mugs, sweatshirts, jackets, any kind of design, we're going to be next week putting you inside of a group and ASAP, probably this weekend. And we're going to vibe out, right? And but you can be paid to do this. So let's say we put your style on a t-shirt. We'll give you a rev share of any of those shirts that are sold. And guess what? You don't even have to do anything. You don't have to ship. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to market. You just have to be a creator and you can get a rev share on your design. So Vibe Bucks allows you, ladies and gentlemen, to use your Vibe Bucks inside the ecosystem. But if you are a Vibe partner, that means you want to be a business owner, you can turn that into cash. Let me talk about how much cash real quick. There are 5 ways to earn. You can be a product of the product. That means you can use our multiple millions of dollars worth of education. You can turn that into, monetization. You can do direct sales if you want. Maybe you have some of our products and you just want to market some of those products, or you want to get inside of our 3x10 matrix. If you get inside of this matrix, ladies and gentlemen, it's unlimited income. So listen closely to all of the people who think everything's a scam. I love saying this. Scam stands for still confused about money. Right now, we're looking for leaders, right? I want you guys to type leader in the chat. During pre-launch, we're only looking for certain people. And I'm going to show you real quick in this really quick training. We're only looking for certain people during pre-launch. We're looking for certain people who want to be in the first wave. And right now we have 58,000, almost 59,000 people, and nobody's in the matrix right now. Nobody. Because we want to see what kind of leader you are. And we have 725 leaders on this call right now. 726, 27 now, plus me, right? Some people are going to fall off. We're not going to talk about those people. Pre-launch is to see who the real leaders are, who the real consistent people are. You'll know who they are too, based on this real quick training I'm about to do. So I want you guys to understand, all you got to do is build. Type that in the chat. All you got to do is build. Just share. Share your referral link. You sign up, verify your email. If you're having trouble verifying your email, you can send me a text message and I'll push you through. We're going to take off that mechanism because it's not working too well in the back. That's what pre-launch is. Pre-launch is I need leaders in the system to test the system before we go live. I don't need people in pre-launch like, are we started yet? Why is it taking so long? You are not a leader, right? We're looking for the leaders to test the system, right? All you got to do is get your referral link and share it. What are you sharing? The good news. And then put them on the call so they can learn. Now, everybody type 25 in the chat. Pretty soon, you're going to be able to pay $25. Some of you already have. It's a one-time membership. And we only have crypto right now, but we're getting ready to have multiple ways to pay. If you don't know how to use crypto, just build for free. I'm going to say it again. Just build for free. Because the now payment system we're using, I don't really like it. I don't like it because they charge you fees on the back end and it shorts us money on the front. And what we did is we're pushing you guys through every day anyway. Even though you shorted us a few cents, maybe $1. If you short us more than that, we probably will have to tell you about it. So give us this week if you're not showing active. Okay. It's a $25 membership one time. And we're going to tell you everything you get in that membership on February 17th. Okay. Also, if you share and someone pays the $25, everybody type $10 in the chat. We're going to give you $10 on every 25. Why? Because there are people out here who are struggling, they have trauma, they don't believe, all those things, right? So we developed a $25 membership, and you're going to get some great things for that, but you also get $10 so you can take that money and upgrade when we talk about the Pro and the Legend bundle. No one gets in the Matrix if you haven't paid $25. No one's in the Matrix right now. We won't leave without you. I promise you, I will give you ample time to understand that your $25 has to be paid. The only people who should be worried are the inconsistent people, the people who don't show up, right? I show up every day. So I tell you stuff every day. You guys know I like to talk. I tell you every day, I'm not going to leave without you as long as you show up. And if you can't show up every day, watch the recording because I put it in the Telegram and pin it to the top every day, right? So look at this. When you fall into the matrix, let's say this is you, and let's say you struggle and you don't sign up anybody, but 3 people fall in the matrix. That's 3 times up to $5. That's 15 bucks. Do the math. And then these 3 people only have 3 spots. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. We're only going 3 wide. If you sign up 4 people, that person has to fall right here. If you sign up a 5th person, they got to fall right here and right here. If somebody else spills over, they can't go wider than 3, which means they can't go wider than 9. That's $45 right there. 27 times $5, I think is $135 or something like that. 81 times $5, that's $405. This is every month that people pay their membership. There's 88,000 $5 bills in here, and I'm going to show you guys how to max out the matrix. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, let's say that you're a little behind. I don't think you're going to mind too much, right? We also pay fast start bonuses every single month. So every single time somebody pays their membership on level 1, I don't care if they fall on your 1,000th level, they're still on your level 1. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys understand that, okay? What is the $5 I talk about? Thank you. Every single time somebody pays their Pro bundle or their Legend bundle, we don't keep the money. We will roll up $3 to $5 of the membership, right? We will roll up $3 to $5 from the membership. It's okay. Don't start asking questions about your payments, right? I need you to go into the Telegram and read my message about your crypto payment in the Telegram. I even wrote it in multiple languages with ChatGPT. So if you don't speak English, you probably don't know what I'm saying right now, but somebody will tell you, okay? And it's inside the chat in multiple languages. And my avatar is going to come out probably next week, and I speak 150 languages, so that won't be a problem. But every single time you guys pay your membership, we roll up $3 to $5 up 10 levels. So if there's 81 people that fall in, that's 81 times $3 or $5 that rolls up to you, as long as they're in your 10 levels. But if you sign up somebody on your 1,000th level, they're still your level 1. You make fast start bonuses. They're still your level 1. You make 100% match on their $3 and $5. If you don't understand it, go into the Telegram and I have a video that'll break it down. But I do want you guys to understand that the matrix is unlimited. So run as fast as you can. Ask questions later. Just share with as many people as you possibly can. All right. Membership is monthly for the Pro and the Legend, just like your gym membership is monthly, right? That people don't go to and you still pay your gym membership and you ain't been since January 1st. Just kidding. I love you guys. But anyway, use this membership. It's an ecosystem. We're going to show you how to use it. We're going to show you how to monetize everything that you do. Also, guys, I want you to understand that we have an ecosystem, we have a community, we have education, we have branding, we have rewards, and you can create a free account right now and get time stamped. And when it's time, ladies and gentlemen, February 17th, I'm going to tell you how much the Pro and the Legend bundle is. But again, I can promise you that I spent more on my manicure and pedicure than I did on the Pro bundle. I can promise you I spent more on my throat health trying to get my voice back than I did on the Pro bundle. And if you want to do the math and say, well, listen, if $3 rolls up to me, well, 3 times 10 is $30. So the membership can't be $30. Well, if she's going to pay me up to this amount for the fast start, it can't. That's what people are sitting around doing instead of working. Like, get to work. I promise you, the matrix is unlimited. I built it for you. I also built it for me. So I want you guys to understand, all you got to do is hustle and build. That's it. Somebody type that in the chat. Hustle and build, because you have limited time before we have to pay our $25. Or if you don't want to pay your $25, you don't have to, but you will not get on this arc early. Everybody else will fall in who has paid their $25, and they'll be sitting comfortably in there. And when this arc pulls off to go into the promised land, we will let you get on the boat, but you will have to swim out to us, because once we leave, we gone, right? February 20th, I start my tour, and it's on and popping, guys. I'm in every city. I want to show you this real quick. And then let's get to this quick training that I think you guys are going to love. It's actually my favorite training to do. And it's 1237. So all the legends stay, all the people who want to max out the matrix, you can stay. I won't be long-winded, but let me find my flyer. Where is that flyer? Okay. I'll find it for you guys. I'm going on tour and I'm going to be everywhere, and I just probably lost my flyer, but I'll find it in a second. Okay. All right. So real quick, who is ready in the next 10 minutes? I'm going to give it to y'all. I'm going to give it to you straight, right? For those of you who want to be legends, are you ready? Okay. You got thick skin? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to be the 1%. The 1% are not, uh, you know, Sally the softy, right? Or Sam the softy. I'm gonna give it to you guys the way that my leader gave it to me. That's why I am who I am. That's why I made the income when I was all the way in the field, because nobody cut me any breaks. I wanted to know what the $48 million earner knew. I wanted to know what my billionaire partner, Ken, I love Ken. I wanted to know what he knew, right? And Ken told me I only give people 7 minutes, and it'll determine if they ever get another 7 minutes of my life. Because time is not money, time is time is life, right? All right, so let me get going. Some people have already jumped off, like, nope, I ain't even trying to hear what she's got to say. So all of you guys who do want to be a part of our organization, go ahead and get back with the person who shared the info. Get signed up ASAP. Let's go ahead and get this work real quick. So I am so very excited. This is my favorite training. 6 people. These are 6 people you have on your team right now. Are you ready? These are 6 people you have on your team right now. And I'm asking you, who are you? Okay. Who are you? So these are the people. Get ready. You got quitters on your team right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you already know you got some quitters on your team already, right? We're going to talk about it. Number 2, you have some active people. You're going to know what an active person is in just a second, okay? Number 3, you got a player on your team. You got some players on your team, okay? Number 4, you have some workers on your team. Number 5, you have some leaders on your team, and you got some studs on your team, right? I know there's different terminologies when people use stud, but like when you think about a basketball team, I used to play volleyball and I got a full ride scholarship, but I walked on the volleyball team and there were 17 girls on the volleyball team and nobody looked like me, not one of them. I was the only melanated face. But I'm from Princeton, Indiana, so it doesn't bother me because anybody Black in Princeton is probably related to me. It's a really small town, right? But I can be around everybody. My brother's wife is Puerto Rican. My ex-husband is mixed, so I got a whole like white side of the family that I just love to pieces. I have uh I have all types of individuals inside of my family, right? I could be around anybody and make them feel comfortable being there. So when you're thinking about people on a team, you got people who quit. I didn't quit, even though it was the hardest thing I've ever done, right? I didn't have a scholarship. I was the only one on the volleyball team that didn't have a scholarship. I walked on and I busted my butt and I got a full ride scholarship for 4 straight years. And do you know the second year, I was a starter. I was a redshirt freshman and I was a starter. And we got a new coach and he gave my scholarship away. The old coach forgot to tell the new coach that I was the only one not on scholarship and he gave my scholarship away. So the new coach found money for me and I was a starter in a Division 1 volleyball team and I wasn't on scholarship. Did I cry about it? No, I didn't cry about it. Was I mad about it? Yep. And then I went to work and every day I just outworked everybody every single day. There's just I'm like, if you ain't gonna see my worth, I'm gonna make you see me. So I want you guys to understand that all of these people exist on the team. Let me keep it moving. So let's figure out who they are. Well, number one, let's talk about the quitters real quick. The quitters, they quits within 48 hours to 3 weeks. These people are super excited, and that's why you can adopt this too. I'm never excited about what people say. Never excited about what they say. I'm only excited about what people do. So if you're like, oh, Megan, I'm going to hit legend, I'm like, okay, fantastic. When's your launch call? Like, have you done a launch call yet? You, did you scroll through your phone and in less than an hour, you, you called every single person, the haters and all, call them all, call your whole family, call your family because most of your family won't join you until you're winning. They won't. Most of your family, they'll only celebrate you when strangers do. Am I talking to somebody right now? So stop getting your feelings hurt. If you already know that, why does it bother you? Why does it bother you if you already know that? It doesn't bother me. My whole family on my mom's side, right? Just our immediate family. My all of our kids, my brothers, both of them, their wife, they're all waiting and working right now. They're signing up people and I don't hear from them because they're busy working. So some of these people are going to quit within 48 hours to 3 weeks. That's why my goal is write this down. My focus is to get people paid within 24 to 72 hours because I know people are quitters. They quit everything. They quit their jobs when it gets hard. They quit little league baseball and their parents let them quit. They quit everything. They're used to quitting. Some things you have to quit. I get it. I've been divorced before. Sometimes you just have to say, you know what? We are two imperfect people and we just don't vibe anymore. And that's okay, right? It is okay. But most people also get divorced because of financial issues and people are stressed out. And then they turn into alcoholics and then they turn into pill poppers. And then you're like, listen, I'm not going to spend my whole life picking you up off the floor every single day. I ain't doing that. So get it together or we just can't work out. Sometimes you have to say that, right? I get it. It's not an easy thing, but I know that people quit things in network marketing within 24 to 72 hours. So my goal is, guess what? To pre-launch. That's all I'm doing because I know some of y'all's people are quitters. I'm going to make it really hard to quit over here because we're going to pre-launch for as long as I say we're going to pre-launch because I'm looking for a certain type of person right now. And I know that people are going, if they pre-launch just a little bit and they hang in there, they're going to make money. They're going to make more than they spent over here. And I'm going to make it really hard for you to leave me. Right? I'm going to make it really hard. But quitters make excuses. They're unreliable. They have no stamina. I don't expect for you guys to do what I do. Most people cannot work for 48 straight hours or 72 straight hours. I can, and I have within these last 30 plus days. I was up for 72 hours. And then people are like, that's not healthy, Megan. Neither is working 40 hours for the next 40 years and retiring broke. That ain't healthy either. So guess what? I'm going to do what I have to do in these 72 hours because your business is built in 72 hours. Really, if you guys really stopped right now, because I'm not going to see you guys again until Monday on purpose, because I want to know what you do without me. You ain't gonna see me, right? I'm gonna go celebrate my mom's birthday. I'm gonna celebrate Devin's birthday early, and I'm still gonna be working. I'm gonna hit my next list because I have about 200,000 people on a list that don't even know what I'm doing. I just had one of the biggest leaders call me yesterday, and he's like, "What you up to?" You know why he doesn't know what I'm doing? Because he's working something else. But guess what I did? I said, I'm almost at 60,000 people. It's a force matrix. If you wait another minute, I'm going to sign up 2,000 people. So holler at your girl and let me know if you're ready to roll. I ain't chasing nobody. I don't have to, right? Quitters always joins, but does nothing. Always joins, does nothing. They join everything. They in Tupperware, they in Mary Kay, they went over there to TLC, they over here in this. Somebody said that I was on a call last night on some business Moscow. I don't know what it is. I ain't even gonna say the name. And the person called me. One person called and was like, "Oh my gosh, Megan, I was so excited to see you on that call." I'm like, "That's funny because I didn't see you on my call." Oh, I thought it was you. It said Megan Lynch and they were typing it in the chat. Yeah, that's because people they they want to be me, right? They want to be me, so they just changed their name. I'm not going to be in any other network marketing company right now. Like I don't even have time to eat. And that person was like, "Oh, I saw you on the call." And I'm like, "You weren't on my call. What are you talking about?" But that's okay, guys. They're always joining a whole bunch of stuff and never doing nothing in any of those companies. Usually does the most complaining. Always got something to say. Always. I'm sorry, guys. I can be transparent on here. Only leaders on this call, only legends, right? I'm only talking to legends. Just give me a yay in the chat if I'm only talking to legends. Because I'm not talking about you guys because you're on this call. So hopefully you'll see who you are in just a moment. Because I put out a State of the Union on purpose just to see who would show up, right? But you're going to have quitters, guys. Let them quit. They'll be back or not, as long as you don't quit. You're going to have an active person on your team. This person is actively getting on your nerves, right? This person is actively stay asking questions. This person is still active, but still at the same time, like still complaining, still being frustrated, still asking a whole bunch of questions, still being broke, still all of those things, right? Well, when is the company going to launch? If you got time to ask me that question, you ain't busy enough, right? You are not busy enough. You got to tell your people you are not busy enough if you have time to be asking me a million questions. Well, the people are confused about what? I'm on here every day, twice a day, once a week. I'm on here for like 6 to 8 hours straight until the last person stops asking me questions. Or we're just on there vibing out, getting to know each other. So listen, active people does a lot of reading about how to get started, but rarely does the basics. Like always, well, is it FDA approved? Well, we don't have any products like that right now. So no, always reading something. Well, I read online that you got time to read online? Because I've yet to read one thing that somebody has written about me. I could care less. If you ain't putting money in my pocket or helping me send these kids to college, I don't need to read nothing you have to say, nothing. So listen, I don't bring it to me. People are like, yeah, but you gotta watch this video that this guy made about you. The fact that he's making videos about me means I'm winning. You know how many people I've signed up so far from one of his videos? About 40. I've signed up about 200 people from YouTube because I make YouTube videos on purpose because that's where people go to look for business. And that guy has helped me to sign up at least 40 people talking about me. Keep talking about me, right? Keep talking about me because every single time I sign up a person, cha-ching, that is another check match. That is another fast start bonus because I'm in the comp plan with you. So keep on talking about me. Keep on running them over to me. An active person is busy being busy. You guys know these people? You got them in your family. They always got something to do, always busy and broke. How are you busy and broke? I don't get it. What are you busy doing? "Oh, I'm busy. I can't even get on a call today, but you ain't too busy to ask me for $20. What? Just busybodies, just minding everybody else's business but their own. That's what they do. You guys said I could be honest, right? Some of y'all just don't know me all the way yet. I, they have a lot of ideas with no execution. A lot. Like, well, maybe you guys should think about doing this. Do you know I just got off the phone with a guy who is $160 million liquid, and I just secured that deal for all of you? I don't mind ideas. That is what Vibe is about, right? You guys listen, bring me all of your ideas, but you better be working on some stuff in the process. You cannot bring me an idea and say, well, I mean, I think I have a way for you to make Vibe better. And I haven't seen you on a call and you don't even know what we're doing. I have no clue, right? You just popped in one call and you're lost and confused because you're actively doing a whole bunch of things that are not going to cause you to leave a legacy for your family. Always has suggestions, but very few signups because they are busy micromanaging everybody else. You're going to have these people on your team. Stop being surprised. That's why I'm not. I just don't get surprised. You're also going to have players on your team. Y'all know them. You know, you probably dated them back in the day. I dated them, right? I was never a player. If I was going to date around, this is what I used to tell my students. I'm like, feel free to date around. I didn't say do other things with these people. I didn't say because they took you to McDonald's that you have to do anything else other than say thank you for my McDonald's and I'll see you tomorrow. That's what I used to have to tell my high school kids. So I'm used to talking to young people and they get my quirkiness because I'm real with them. Young people don't listen to you unless you're real. They won't because they know you're feeding them whatever. But listen, shiny object syndrome. You guys dated them. I know you did. Anybody that walks by that looks better and sounds better at the moment, they're like, it's a bird, and they're flying off to the next person. It's the same thing in this industry. Nothing's changed. There's players over here. They signs up about 2 to 3 people, but expects to still get rich, barely does the basics. Well, I signed up 2 people. Am I going to get rich signing up 2 people? I know a person asked me, well, I mean, I'm just not going to be able to sign up very many more people than the 2 people I have. I'm like, not with that low vibration. You're absolutely right because people don't join victims. They don't, guys. They do not join victims, they join victors. So even if you feel like you're being victimized, you can't sound like it because you're going to draw a whole bunch of other victims to you. And you guys are going to sit around and talk about how terrible the world is and how much money you don't have. And you're going to, before you know it, you're going to be writing about it. You're going to be blogging about it. You're going to be on the phone with your girlfriend and your homeboy about it. You're going to be talking to your family about it. And all of those individuals are going to come together like magnets and you're going to talk about what God didn't do for you and he's left your side. And God's like, I'm right here, but you're so low you can't even hear me. You're going to have to elevate to be able to hear me. God's like, you're going to have to get out of the basement of your own house for just a second and elevate yourself because I'm talking, but you can't hear me because you're talking. I need you to listen to me. I need you to, and I know I'm saying this because I was once in the basement and my partner, he said, and you guys have already met him. He's like, get up. But he pulls no punches with me. Get up. Like, stop whining like a little baby. And that's not what he said to me, right? But I can take it because we've been friends for 30 years. Watch these videos and get it together or not. And I just decided to get it together. Yeah, I've had people steal money from me. I've had people leave. I've had all kind of things happen, right? And I was having a pity party for all of like one day until I called somebody who wasn't going to have a pity party with me, right? Players always in and out of the business. You guys know people like this? They're always in and out of the business, sometimes on calls, sometimes plugged in. They're just sometimey people. So they make sometimey money because they're too busy hanging out with the active people, just busy being busy. Somebody bring you something and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get on that call. I'm gonna get on that call. Oh, I can't because I got another Zoom to do. Now listen, if you guys have multiple businesses, I'm not talking about you. However, if you're trying to build multiple downlines and you've never been to the top of anything, it's why you've never been to the top of anything. It is a challenge to build two houses. Ask any cheater out here. Ask any person who has a husband and a mister and or has a wife and a mistress. Somebody's not getting attention. I don't care how much that person says that they can manage multiple men or women. They can't. Somebody's gonna get left out at some point. And that's what happens when you're trying to build multiple downlines. You'll never get to the top ever. You got to focus. You got to put something down for a minute and say, well, this one hasn't gotten me to the top. Well, let me put my focus on the best compensation plan. Don't put your focus on because the best leaders over there and you just want to hang out and be a dolphin, right? There's a lot of dolphins in the business. A lot of dolphins. The dolphins, they just like to have fun. They like to dress up, like they like to be at the convention. They like to dance all up in the video. Remember when Suge Knight called out Puffy and was like, if you want to come to a real record label, and you don't need the person dancing all up in the video. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was on the Source Awards. It started all the fights on the West Coast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you, I don't want to dance up in the video, right? I want to be the leader that they're filming. I don't want to be behind the camera. Like, can I take a picture of you? I want somebody to be like, can I take a picture of you? I need you guys to understand, like, I give a lot of recognition to people, not just because they're top earners. I give a lot of recognition to Bev because she's a go-getter. I give a lot of recognition to Mimi Acosta because I know what she might be going through in her family, but she's still doing a call. I give a lot of recognition to Clyde because Clyde does a Spanish call at 7 o'clock every single day. I give a lot of attention to a lot of people. Johnny's out there. Miss Wright is out there. If I don't call your name, charge it to my head in the time because we got a lot of people on this side that are doing great things. It would take me forever to call everybody's name, 700 of you guys who are doing amazing things. So listen, they always has another business Zoom to attend, but hasn't made it to the top of any company because they have too many irons in the fire, no real focus, inconsistent, and their first and middle name and last name is inconsistent. Always missing information. I think I got a typo. I'll change that. Always missing information. They're always like, "Hey, can you catch me up?" They always ask a lot of questions, unnecessary questions, because they're not plugged in. You're gonna have those people. But listen, you're also going to have workers. You see this person on here? You see how that person is actually taking the marker and they're getting ready to teach the class? It doesn't mean that they're going to do it well, but you'll be bad before you're good and good before you're great. You got to try, right? And try and then do. Workers are going to sign up 5 to 10 people, but they're still looking for their leaders on all the calls, plugged in 100% of the time, and they're valuable to the team. They're valuable to the team. They're always looking to serve the team. They will eventually develop into leaders. They're coachable and teachable and willing to learn. I had to cut this guy off a couple weeks ago because he got on my call and I already knew. Well, I don't do it like that, Megan. But he didn't say it in a way like, you know what, Megan? Here's how I do it because I can learn from everybody. He said it in a way that I had to like breathe for a second, and because I was about to just remove him, but I had to go ahead and just punch him in the stomach with cotton gloves. I'm like, then hey, if you like it, I love it. If it works for you, I'm down for it. But guess what? It wasn't working for him. But he's like, I don't do it the way you do it, Megan. He said it in a way like he poked me in the chest or something. And I'm like, listen, I says, I'm like, if you like it, I love it. Come give me a hug. You want to say hi to the people? I'm
Hey,
almost done.
you have your glasses.
I don't care.
Oh,
Amaya's like, you have your glasses on in your robe.
well, I
Say hi.
hi guys.
Uh,
Good morning. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. I just went to go get breakfast.
oh, Maya does a great job. So, anyways, say hi to the people. Give them some advice. What? Give them some suggestions.
Oh, what?
I don't know. What do you do to help me and to serve?
Um, be supportive.
How do you be? How are you supportive?
I get her food. I make her food. Anything she needs so she could work, sit and work.
Thank you. Okay, I love you. See ya.
Yeah.
She's like, you got your glasses on in your robe. I'm like, that's okay. Yeah, she keeps me fed. She'll DoorDash, she'll cook food, she'll do whatever because she knows I'm working, right? So anyway, so those workers, guys, listen, they will eventually develop into a leader. They're coachable, they're teachable, they're willing to learn, they're action takers, right? Not perfect, but can lead and follow the leader. Because sometimes you got to lead, sometimes you got to follow the leader as well. Okay. Last one, two more. You are going to run into leaders, signs up 15 or more people, right? This is what you want to strive to be. You're planning. You do some management, but you're not in management mode. You have strategies, you're creative, teamwork. I'm almost done, I promise. Gets on every call no matter what. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Every call, no matter what. They might be in at the job with the phone on. Desiree is at work right now for a little bit anyway, until I retire her. She's my professional executive assistant. She's a builder. She's my ride and live partner. And I'm just trying to work her off her job so she can hang out with me all the time. Right. But she's on the job listening to the call and kicking people out that shouldn't be on here. Does some of the presentations and trainings, learning to master the three-way call, does team huddles every week. You got to meet with your team every week because they get distracted and you got quitters on your team and you have uh, players on your team. You have those people on your team. So you got to consistently show them how to not be that way. Even if people do not show up, you show up. Consistency has become the focus and works the business like a 9 to 5 job. They work it just as hard as they work their 9 to 5. But listen, I'm looking for studs. This is my favorite saying. Look at this real quick. How many people do we still have on here? Yep, lost some of them. I love this. The Great Gatsby is my favorite movie and favorite book. I used to teach English. The Great Gatsby is really about like the American dream or the destruction of the American dream if you're not focused on the right things. If you get a chance to read The Great Gatsby or watch the old version and the new version, it's eye opening, right? No 8 o'clock Zoom call tonight. So give me just a couple minutes and then I'm going to be off of here. I will not see you guys again until Monday at 12 o'clock. Okay. If you think it's a scam, I still get paid. If you think that it's too good to be true, I still get paid. If you join me, we both get paid. If you don't join me, I still get paid. My income is not dependent on if people say yes or no. I just will collect enough no's until I get a yes. But some people, they can't handle no. It bothers them. It doesn't bother me. Thank you. I'll give you an income update. Oh, you don't want to join me because you're used to being the top leader and I already have 19,000 people over here. That's what one of my old leaders said. I don't come in under 19,000 people. I'm like, okay. I said, now I got 30,000. You coming in now? You got a position for me? Yeah, it's called work. I said, I hope you understand. So no, get over here and work. If I'm over here losing my voice, you ain't getting on top because of who you think you are. So I want you guys to understand, I'm constantly recruiting and I'm looking for new blood, guys. It's always about new blood. Studs are going to be passionate, but keeps a level head. Non-emotional, but shows emotion. Guys, I show emotion and my emotion is passion. I'm not yelling at you right now. I am passionate. I am non-emotional. I'm not. I just don't. I've seen too much in my life to be fallen to pieces. Don't cry to quit, cry to keep going. That's what Eric Thomas said. Don't cry to quit. if you gonna cry, you might as well like get something out of the tears. That's what my volleyball coach used to say. I would be crying for an hour and I would never quit. And there were 17 girls during preseason, and only two of them made it at the end. Everybody else was in the training room, hurt, couldn't finish because it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I only had like 8% body fat. I was a beast of an athlete, right? Everybody in my family is. But guess what? There were only two of us left. One of them was Tina Daly, and she still runs 20 miles a day. She's like 5 foot nothing, and she's a beast of a player, and me. And I didn't even have a scholarship, but I refused to quit, right? Always plugged in. They're allergic to excuses, ladies and gentlemen. Allergic. Works the business from ain't to faint, day and night. Focused on 5 to 10K a month the first week. How many of you guys would love to make 5 to 10K a month the first week? You want me to tell you how to do it? Or why don't somebody tell me how to do it? Tell me, how do you get to 5 to 10K a week in your 10K a month in your first week? Go ahead, I'll wait. Yep, right now. Stop asking questions and hustle and build. There's nothing that I need on this back end from anybody. If you knew who was behind the curtain of Vibe, you would know we don't need your help right now. We need your support to understand that we're putting together something that's going to change the lives of millions of people. This is not a network marketing company, it's a movement. So understand this. I don't need your help. I got it. Dre doesn't need your help. Reagan doesn't need your help. We need your support. Hustle and build, and do calls, right? We're dream chasers, not product lovers, even though we have the best product on the planet. Last thing I wanted to show you. Listen, you got to stay in recruitment mode always. You got to be looking for new blood always, because if you don't and you start focusing on the quitters, I don't know if they quit. I don't even know how many people are still on this call, right? I'm just talking to the people who are still here, and I can see that people are still here because you're commenting. You got to stay in recruitment mode always until you find somebody who looks like you or works like you. Or if you're not a stud yet, or a leader or a worker, then you need to find people who are leaders and studs and workers and do what they do. But I'm here every day. Do not get in management mode. If they don't know how to use crypto, and you don't have to take time to teach them, because we will teach them and we'll have credit cards soon. So just keep building for free. Don't waste a lot of time right now during pre-launch. Pre-launch is all about you. Everybody type me in the chat real quick. Pre-launch is about you. It is about you putting your own oxygen mask on first. It is about you running through your list during pre-launch. That's what pre-launch is. It's not about you micromanaging. Now, you can do calls for your team, but if they don't show up, I don't call anybody who doesn't show up. You know where I am every day. I'm not calling you. You know where I am. I'm right here working. So when you want to work, holler at your girl, right? Don't be chasing these people down. Go get new people always. Don't get in management mode, because if you do, you're going to start complaining about the reps or the people who are going to be VPs, Vibe partners. You're going to start complaining about them. Oh, my team, I just don't know. They just have so many questions, and I just don't know if they're going to, hang out here. And what? You're going to start sounding like them. I want to help the poor. How can you help the poor? Don't become poor. That's how you can help the poor. Don't become poor. Poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. You guys said I could be honest, right? If you want to be a legend on my team, legends make 442,860 a month in $3 and $5 bills. And you got to elevate. You got to go to the next level. You got to be willing to lose your whole team and start over again. You got to have some stamina about yourself, right? And that's just on the matrix pay, but I want you to produce legends. I'm a legend maker. Because if I teach you, Cheryl Clark, how to make a legend, guess what? You're going to match their check 5 million a year. Do you guys understand this comp plan? I don't think you do. I don't think you fully understand. I am a legend maker. I want you to become legend makers. I want you to hit legend in 10 to 12 weeks. Put your head down, nonstop, hustle and build, duplicate your team, duplicate 10 times, and you're a legend. It's that simple. I did it in almost 7 days once. Once you start complaining about the reps, guess what? You're going to start complaining about what the company's not doing. Well, Vibe said that we were going to launch on the 17th, and I'm going to have a whole group of people who are going to be upset if we move it 2 weeks because you guys are spending tens of thousands of dollars to get a new back office so that we can have a home that we love. Like, if you don't be quiet, right? But you don't have to say that to them. Just nod and walk away, right? People will tell you in 7 minutes whether or not you give them another 7 minutes. You only have about one good time to lay on the couch with me for 7 minutes when I first meet you. And then I'm like, okay, now what's the solution? But if you think you're going to lay on my couch every day and I'm going to have to motivate you, this is why I used to tell my students, I got to motivate you every day to take out the trash and you live here. My kids are self-sufficient. They wash their own clothes, they cook their own food since they were 7. My daughter, since she was 5, she was washing clothes because guess what? I taught her how to do it. And kids, if kids can learn how to use the computer, they can learn how to wash their own clothes. I've not washed my own kids' clothes since they were 5 years old and 7. Once they start complaining about the company, guys, they're going to be out of business. Put a 1 in the chat if you already have people on your team that have already checked out. They're already on some other network marketing business call, getting ready to start all over again. And we got huge momentum. And I know that. That's why I like to pre-launch for 30 days because 8,100 people have to go into the matrix and none of them are time stamped. You know how you get in the matrix early from the 8,100 people? Go to work, right? I'll see you. Go to work. You might not sign up the most people, but you better be valuable to the team. You better be a worker, turning into a leader, turning into a stud eventually. That's how you get in. Because when I am on the road, I need somebody to take over, right? If I'm in a meeting, I need somebody to take over. I'm looking for those people right now. After the 8,100 people, all of those people are time stamped to fall in, right? So you don't want to be out of business. You guys know those people who are out of business. So listen to what I'm going to say. Stay in money making mode, always. Stay in recruiting mode, always looking for new blood, new energy, always. It's not hard to get people in this business. It's hard to keep them in the business. So guess what I do to keep people in the business? I build like crazy during pre-launch and I will make it so hard for you to leave me because some of you are okay making 500 a month. Okay. Some of you are making 500 a month. Don't click any links or anything. I'm keeping the chat open because I know we have scammers in here. They work harder at being scammers than they say I'm a scammer, right? They're on here on every call. They work harder than some of you guys as personals that you've signed up. They are more consistent. Keep on working for me. Because what they fail to realize is that there's something in contrast. When they see me and I operate in love and they see these scammers calling me the N-word and all out of my name and there is nothing you can call me but God's child, right? That's it. I don't care what you call me. I used to teach high school. You just would never say it in my presence. That's the thing. Because don't get it twisted. I'm from the tribe of Judah, like my dad used to say. Like, don't get it twisted. I live in an open carry state. I'm not worried about these people at all. I don't even watch their stuff. I don't look at their stuff. Keep talking about me because you keep running people over here to me. So listen, always look for new blood, but understand there are going to be haters out there. So listen, what you have to focus on doing is spend 80% of your time with the workers, with the leaders, with the studs. Spend 20% of your time with the rest of them. I don't even answer their phone calls. Sometimes they're like, well, I called you 5 times. I'm not answering your phone call so you can bring my energy down. Not doing it. No. I know you're calling, but you're not calling me for a 3-way, so I'm not answering. You're not calling me to tell me that you want to launch a business. So I'm not answering because I'm working right now. So once you start working, and I know you work, there's some people I answer their phone every day. Bev called me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I had just laid down. I had just put my sleep music on and she called me and I answered. You know why? Because I know she's working. So understand this, spend 20% of your time with the rest of them. They can see you at the convention on stage from the nosebleed seats. They can stand in line for 5 hours because people have stood in line for 5 hours to take a picture with little old me, little old Black girl from Princeton, Indiana. I didn't come for money, but money will come from me. That's what Jason, the invitation, said. But listen, that's because they know I work. And I stood there for 5 hours and waited until the last person got their picture. You know why? Because that is hope for some people that they can one day do it better. They can one day support their families. So understand this. I am unapologetic about my hopes and dreams. I don't have time to be listening to people who tell me that I can't do it or complaining because it's taken too long or whatever. I'm not even listening to those people. How many of the 90 babies are out here? Because you will understand this. This is my last slide. You guys remember when Nino Brown, when he was like, it's always business, never personal. I was like, everybody thought they were going to be the next New Jack City, right? That's when back in the day when all the movies came out, like the kids new movie is Get Rich or Die Trying, right? I'm gonna watch that movie just so I can, because everybody is talking about it, and I haven't watched it yet, actually. It's people's favorite movie. You got to be built for it. But New Jack City, I remember when he was like, "Ain't no Uzis made in Harlem." Like we over here just struggling and thinking everything is about the poor people, that they're causing all the problem. Guy, listen, follow the money. If you wiggle your way up, you'll figure out where some of the challenges are, right? You'll figure out why people are not thriving right now. And the unfortunate part is that some people aren't thriving because they refuse to change their circle. My circle is so small, it's a period, right? I don't have a whole bunch of best friends. I got just a couple. One of my best friends just passed away from cancer. I got a best friend who, used to be my sister-in-law. She's been my best friend since I was 20. I don't have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances. I have a lot of people who are turning into friends, right? Because I'm so busy working on my hopes and dreams. I don't have time to go hang out with you and gossip. I don't have time to talk about the whoever had a Louis Vuitton bag or a Hermes or whatever. I don't even carry a purse. I don't care about none of that. My goal is legacy building for my family. So it's always business, never personal right now. It won't be personal until you make your legacy about your business. Did you guys hear what I said? It won't be personal between you and I until you make your business your legacy, because that's what I'm on right now. Nothing else. No, I don't have time to talk about nothing else. So I love you guys so very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the training. Where are my legends at? Just type legend in the chat because we haven't even started yet. Week one hasn't started yet. You guys understand what I'm saying? Week one hasn't started yet. Week one doesn't start until you pay your membership. I don't know what y'all are going to do until you pay for the pro bundle or the legend bundle. I don't know what you're going to do. So guess what I did? I talked to everybody and I have almost 60,000 people. And I know that most of them have checked out, but there's 600 of you on this call. And if only 600 of you signed up for the pro and the legend, I'm fine with that. If only 7 of you signed up, because 7 will get you to open up the whole matrix. So guess what? Week one, we're going to start, but you should be well above 3, but you should only have 3 people personally week one. And then we're going to duplicate and duplicate. Guess how many I have right now? 50 something thousand people. So best believe I'm going to have 7. And I'm still going to max out this matrix in 10 to 12 weeks. Who's coming with me? So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Peace and blessings. I will not see you guys again until Monday at 12 o'clock, Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And I got a surprise for you guys on Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Anyways, I'll let you know. I'll put the flyer out. I'll see you guys. Go love on your family. Keep working. Try not to work while you're at the Valentine's Day dinner. Put your phone down, turn it upside down. You can give them 1 or 2 hours, right? And then go back to work. All right, guys, I'm gonna just say thank you so much. I would unmute you, but we have some unruly guests on here. Um, Peace and blessings.
Recording stopped.